Oh, I hate Mondays. Because I'm filming this on a Monday. You might not be watching this on a Monday, but even the Garfield!
I may be thoughtless, yeah, and all of that, but the one thing I'm not is a scaredy cat.
The one thing he's not is a scaredy cat.
I loved Garfield growing up. Apparently. That's the rumor going on in my head. So, of course, I always looked forward to the Garfield holiday specials that come on. Except the Halloween one! I hated it and want nothing to do with it! So let's look back at it fondly and discuss it. Oh yeah, that's really setting the mood for Halloween, Garfield. Well, of course, using soft music is a setup for a disruption, as Garfield reminds us that television stations used to actually go off the air back in the Middle Ages.
We begin our broadcast with the Binky the Clown Show.
If you've ever seen Garfield and Friends, you know what Binky the Clown's joke was. He's loud. That is all. What, did Garfield have some input lag on being startled awake there? I could take a shit quicker than it took him to react to that. And in a complete not exaggeration at all, I will now do that. Kids! What the hell? Most of my lights have turned off because it's later. I even suddenly have a watch now. This is taking so long. Alright, welcome to my Ninja Turtles Christmas review. It's still going? I can't believe this. This is like I pressed pause on the remote or something. Oh, I did. Haha, I'm stupid. This, by the way, was not a problem in the comic adaptation of the story, which kind of strangely was named Garfield in Disguise rather than Garfield's Halloween Adventure. I guess maybe so if you've already seen the special, you'll be fooled into buying the book as well. Yeah, I guess that's why it says clearly on the front, 4th Spectacular TV Special. I don't know then. Stop contradicting me. Me? There are a few differences to the story in this adaptation, though, which is why I bring it up. Another being one of my favorite lines that doesn't show up in the cartoon being, "I'm going to kill you, Binky!" Then, of course, Garfield going and doing Binky in, explaining his ghost later. It's true! The cover for the book also sometimes gets the Halloween Adventure title, and then the cover picture was used for the VHS and single DVD release of the special, but for some strange reason it was slightly modified. Got rid of poor Odie, then this glass and Garfield's gold tooth went white, but what really strikes me odd is the crossbones went to swords. Remember, someone had to go in and purposely make these alterations and just... what? Speaking of covers, because I should obviously go on about covers forever, just take a look at the cover of my DVD. This is another strange, continuously changing cover. First it included elements from every holiday special on here. Then, nope, Thanksgiving has gotta go. And then get rid of that terrible pumpkin. Let's only Christmas this up. This looks like a set where you'd find a Halloween special, right? Merry Halloween, miss!
Wait a minute.
How'd that hair get on the cell? So Garfield quickly shuts off the Friends part of Garfield and Friends so the clown can let him in on it being Halloween tonight.
This is a night
This is the night
I was created created for. I'm gonna put on my best disguise and go knocking on everybody's door.
You know, for being such a lazy cat, Garfield is putting a lot of effort into dancing to the theme song here, though I guess this does explain the weight loss since 1978. And considering most cats don't make it to 35, maybe you should stop bitching about your cat being lazy, John. Though they do all dance to this theme, right, Tanika?
This is a night
This is the night.
I was created for. I'm gonna put on my best disguise and go knocking on everybody's door. This is a night.
This is the night.
I hate you.
Halloween's my kind of a holiday. It's not like those other stupid holidays. I don't get pine needles in my paws. There's no dumb bunnies, no fireworks, no relatives, just candy.
Ha! Take that, Christmas special, Grandma. Garfield is glad you died. Well, she ain't out here dancing to the theme song, so she's probably dead. Another version difference I like here is while in the comic Garfield almost immediately gets up after shutting Binky off, here Garfield has to sleep that theme song off.
I'll have you know Halloween's my middle name. Halloweenfield.
Your middle name does not go in the middle of your first name. Stop being so silly, Garfield.
How about this?
Oh, you. Just do something mean to John and we're good. I love misery.
Why can't I stay angry with you, Garfield?
'Cause I'm a cat.
It's true, you can't stay mad at cats. Because they run the internet! That's why they're so popular! Now wrong! Huh, I didn't know the internet had test patterns.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing with this pumpkin on my head.
No, probably not, since he is the one who made you throw it on your head. I do love Garfield's sarcasm about the subject, though.
Wahoo! There's a pumpkin on your head. I hadn't noticed.
I was carving a jack-o'-lantern until you arrived. What do you think?
It's you.
Since when did you like pumpkin innards?
Pooey! Since never. Blech.
I find this scene highly unrealistic, and cats never just knock things over just to be jerks. So, it's been said quite often that John is crazy for talking to his cat, but you know, that's not that crazy. A lot of people talk to their cats. John is crazy because he prepares a giant breakfast for his cat. He's also crazy because he's surprised when his cat, who loves food, takes the food. Also, he wonders why it's so hard for him to score a date with the veterinarian when he does stuff like throw pumpkins on his dog's head and doesn't even notice. Wait a second. John's dog? Wasn't Odie Lyman's dog? Oh yeah, then Lyman outlived his usefulness and, Happy Halloween! And getting back to that, Garfield realizes that Odie hasn't outlived his usefulness yet, as he can double up his candy.
You know what Halloween night is? That's a night when dogs have to help cats go out and get candy. That's right. And if a dog does a good job, he gets a whole piece of candy of his very own. Well, you want to go, boy? Huh? Want to go out and get candy?
Ha! Odie is so stupid. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go feed the cat so he'll let me pet him for a couple seconds.
There should be some great Halloween costumes up here somewhere, Odie.
That was really scary for a second, I guess. Don't know why.
John has never thrown anything away.
Oh, that's why that's still there.
Here's John's first bow tie. Tacky. Some sunglasses, Cousin Wanda's wig, Aunt Orpha's false teeth. Yuck! Roy Ogle's roots, strings, sealing wax, and all that funny stuff. Well, I guess there's nothing here. Very funny, Odie.
Oh yeah, I guess that costume worked too well. Don't use it, Odie. Whatever, Field.
What should I be? There's so many sides to me. I could be a scary vampire and turn myself into a bat flap. Or I could put on some black pajamas and go as a big fat Halloween cat.
I might question why John ever had a lot of these things, but I probably don't want to know the answer to that. But there are certainly a lot of good choices here, so I can't wait to see what he chooses. Out of all of those, you chose pirate? Well, I didn't see that one coming.
Arr! It do be a landlubber who be shoving lasagna in his face. I declare this booty property of the queen.
I am pretty impressed with those peg legs, though. I guess they're like TARDISi on the inside.
You guys look ridiculous.
Arr! I've killed men for saying less than that, but I'll let you live, seeing as how you're the only man who'll change me kitty litter.
Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you.
I suppose you boys are dressed up to go out trick-or-treating, huh? Well, here's a couple of sacks. Have a good time.
At this point, is John more or less crazy if he can actually hear what Garfield says?
Oh, definitely more. Now change my kitty litter.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Now here's your sack for trick-or-treating, Easthole.
There's some poop for you.
Sucks to be you.
Don't be out too late.
Shoulda just kept your fucking mouth shut, John. I love, too, that Garfield didn't even bother eating that. He just ruined it for John. And the reaction face in the comic says it best.
Feel the magic.
Shut up, John.
60 men all lost at sea, all of them drunk except for me. 'Twas I who had to face the storm with nothing in sight to keep me warm. Yo ho ho ho!
While Garfield sings another song in the cartoon, one of the stranger choices in the comic is Garfield brings up the origins of Halloween, including Sam Hain, or Saman.
The Lord of Death.
Suck on that, kids! Including me back in the day. Oh well, I turned out fine.
I may be lazy, I may be fat.
And the wall might just fade up a bit taller. But this song is great, so I'll shut right up.
I may be selfish, yeah, and all of that. But the one thing I'm not is a scaredy cat.
The one thing he's not is a scaredy cat.
The joke is, he is. Oh wow, Gargamel used to wear his hood up back when he was a kid. Huh, wonder if he and Garfield exchanged Smurf recipes.
The one thing he's not is a scaredy cat.
Guess not. Can't believe they forgot to include that.
Observe carefully, Odie. I'll teach you some of the finer points of trick-or-treating.
Well, I'll give Garfield this. He doesn't let seeing the supernatural bother him for very long.
Here you go, kids.
Methinks you're be a mite stingy with your candy, miss. If you don't reconsider your contribution, I'll give your living room drapes a taste of me broadsword.
So, if we go with the humans can't hear Garfield theory, here's how that went.
Here you go, kids.
Garfield, you're not supposed to eat unwrapped candy. Bad example.
Am I being too greedy? Should I share my candy with those less fortunate than me? Am I missing the spirit of Halloween? Nah.
And that's a lesson I think we can all stand to learn. I know Toad did.
I'll never get another present!
But when Odie strands them in the current, Garfield actually learns his lesson.
If I ever get back to land, I'm gonna give up this pirate business. I'm just gonna be me, Garfield the house cat. Gourmet, bon vivant, world traveler, jet-setting playboy. Nice touch.
So let's go there!
Ow!
So let's go there! But it's alright because they find a very nice man.
You are the middle piece.
Nah, of course it's not Dr. Hyder. It's another scary German lunatic.
Yeah, hi, here's Uwe Boll, and this is the House of the Dead special version.
You've picked a poor night to come visiting, my friends. This could be the worst night of your lives.
You picked a poor night to come visiting, my friend. I'm serious.
I don't think I'm getting through to him.
The crazy old man who sits around in old houses and waits for pets to tell stories to tells Garfield and Odie that pirates buried their treasure here 100 years ago and vowed to show up from beyond the grave tonight to get it. And he knows what he knows, boy, because he was their cabana boy. Cabin boy. I see why he came back, to remember the good times and strand a cat and dog on the island. Which, by the way, he doesn't do in the book. He just disappears into fat air and their boat abandons them by itself. Makes a lot more sense that way. So the ghosts show up, and remember, the one thing Garfield isn't is a scaredy cat. What did you just say, Garfield?
Watch it!
Alright, no point in being silly about this. I'll just look it up in the book.
Watch it!
What? I can't believe that's what he really said! For those of you who would believe me, no, nothing is said on this panel, so Garfield just plainly said...
Watch it!
That's what I'd say. Well, it's nice the ghosts don't ruin the floorboards with their treasure retrieval powers.
Maybe they didn't see us.
Now, here's probably one of the bigger differences between the cartoon and the book. In the book, Garfield decides to swipe a ring from the treasure chest, which stains his paw with the blood of the innocent it came from. Also, it leads the ghosts back to them at home until Garfield realizes he has to give the ring back to them, or else... No, Odie, don't step on the one lightly colored board. You know that means it's the only one animated. Oh well, at least Garfield will let you pull yourself up. This moment is kinda awkward because you do expect Garfield to help Odie here, and he does in the book. And then Odie saves Garfield from drowning, setting up the motivation for him to even do so. In the cartoon, I don't believe for 1 second Odie would bother saving him. Not that it's even worth living after a stupid old coot steals your candy. Oh, the candy's still there. Alright, night saved.
Odie, I am about to do something that is totally out of character for me, but seeing as how you saved my life about 18 zillion times tonight, I want to give you something. Something of great personal worth. Something that represents a great personal sacrifice on my part. A whole piece of candy.
No, Garfield's actually nice to him now.
Seeing as how you saved my life about 18 zillion times tonight, I want to give you something.
The This special was fun to revisit, but it feels a little rushed with the story. It could have been just a little more involved, which is honestly why I really like the addition of Garfield taking the ring in the book version, since it adds a bit more than them just seeing the ghosts and running away. The musical numbers by Lorenzo Music and Lou Rawls are awesome though. They're really catchy, and Lou Rawls was on Baywatch Nights. That had absolutely nothing to do with anything, but I thought it was really important to say something he was in. Lorenzo Music did his usual awesome job as Garfield, and overall it's a fun special with some funny moments, and if you don't think so... And remember, the one thing I am not is... Oh, bugger! We now conclude our internet broadcast for the day. To play us out, let's hear the internet national anthem.
Meow, 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 meow.